What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with a super haul video. This is even bigger, I think, than what I showed the other night, or I think I pre-recorded it, so it ended up showing up on Thursday, but it's a super haul video. So before we get into it, go ahead, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification so that you don't miss when videos like this drop. So I was able to go to one other comic book store while I was in Shreveport, Excalibur Comics, which I typically visit. They have a good inventory of back issues as well as new books there. Not much in the way of experience, but I don't know. I guess you can't have it all. What's going on? Perry Comics in the house. Hola, senor. So we've got a little TMNT action starting us out here. We got TMNT 93. This is from the IDW run. We got a little martial arts authorized training manual from Donatello. So number 3, they did one of these for each of the turtles, and I think they did one of them together back in the day. I think this is from the late 80s when Turtles first came out. Then we got a little Batman 306. As you might recall, I am trying to focus on the Batman in the 300s, and then I'll have 300 to 713 where it ends. What's going on, Bert? Happy late birthday. Yeah, so this is after this one right here, which is a Christmas issue 309. After that one right there, I need 7 Batman comics, and then I'll have 300 to 713. And I've got a lot of the ones before that too, but I'm just like sequential. TMNT 94. When I'm starting to pick up these IDW stuff that I don't have, I always like to pick up the Eastman covers because it's the quintessential Turtles, right? 91. Another little Christmas cover of 89. David Ewing, what's going on? Dude, it's raining tacos, man. It's a little 86. And I'm sure there'll be some more where this came from. But a little Valiant love. Got Secret Weapons number 7, which was Valiant's Avengers. And then Secret Weapons number 8. So I've actually completed that set from the 90s. So I have a buttload of comics here. What is going on? Mr. Comics 89. I was on Mr. Comics 89 channel last night. I was the underdog, as it were, going up against the Lady Fantastic, who was representing Thor, and I was representing Bishop. And the votes decided. She demanded a recount, but it was still the same outcome. And so there you go. I'm trying to remember who I bought this from. Oh. I know who I bought that from. Separate video. All right. So I bought these from Tacoma Comics. And so Tacoma is one of the members of the Saturday Morning Cartoon Crew. And he will be selling on Shortbox Padawan's channel tomorrow. Unfortunately, I will not be able to join them as I normally do, simply because I am going running tomorrow. So I'm in a 7-mile run tomorrow, and I will not be able to join them at the allotted time because the run is 2 hours away. I'll have to drive back, all that kind of jazz. I don't tell how I feel after it either. What ladies' legal actions are, right? Okay, so some of these I've been holding on to for a while now, as most of you probably do as well. When you find somebody that you buy several things from or sells very often, you just continue to buy, build up boxes so you can save on that shipping. And the box was not full. However, I had told Tacoma that I wanted to kind of cull out some of the little lingering boxes I had at the various different places. And so he obliged. And Bloodshot number 1. I don't know how many copies of this I have right now, but anytime I can pick one up on the cheap, that's what I do. This is week 11 of 52. This is the first appearance of Kate Kane as Batwoman. Got Batman 442. This looks like a better copy than the one that I've got. I've already got one of these, but man, that's a pretty clean copy. There. You got Detective Comics 639. Nothing super special on that other than it's Batman. Batman Beyond #1. I kind of floated the idea of starting to collect a little Batman Beyond, but I think I'm past that, so I'll probably just sell this one. He was throwing up a Batman a lot, so some of these I already had, but I went ahead and got it. Dark Knight #3, The Master Race, Book 2. Not a lot of numbers fusing up in there. Then we got Batman 41, little bunny ear Batman. Batman Who Laughs #6. This is a Miko Sion cover. Nice. And I have not read any. What's going on, Ben Compton up in the house? Deep Dive Comics. What are you running from? I'm doing a 7-mile run because I don't like the idea of getting too fat and dying of a heart attack. But yeah. So if y'all haven't checked out Deep Dive Comics, he finally dropped a video back in July, but he dropped it this week. And I'm actually in there. He didn't know it at the time, but I am at the 6-minute mark. Big Will is in line for Chris Claremont, and I'm over there fussing with CBCS. So it's been a number of years since I have actually read ElfQuest, but he threw this up on the cheap, and I had room in my box, so I decided to pick it up. ElfQuest Blood of 10 Chiefs #1. ElfQuest The Hidden Years #1. I've read all these before. #2. #3. #5. What happened in 4? Skywise. I remember Skywise. Air Spider. What's going on? #6. #7. And #8. Then we got G.I. Joe #1. This is a beater copy, but it was on the cheap. Comic Mag Musings. What's going on with you, sir? How are you doing? This is on the cheap, but the thing about it is, so it's G.I. Joe #1. That somebody decided to color Spider-Man's face. As you know from back then, that was just whited out. And but yeah, so got a G.I. Joe 1 in the collection. Then also picked up G.I. Joe 21, where you see that some little artiste, aspiring artist, actually colored in Spidey's face there as well. Then we've got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic War #5. It says The Final Battle, so I don't know if that's the final issue of that one. Darth Vader Annual #2. That's a cool Mike Deodato cover. Then we got Star Wars 66. 65. What's going on, Legion of Comics? Got a little turtle love just in time. We got the Loot Crate edition of TMNT #1. And so my #1 third print is at CGC right now. If they ever decide to do anything with it, it's sitting on somebody's desk. Stealth #1. This is the Stealth that just finished up the little mini series, which was a pretty good read if you haven't read it. This was Robert Kirkman, Mark Silvestri, and Sheldon Mitchell from back in the day. And so they previewed him in this comic and never did anything with it until now. So K. Titus, what's going on? Got a Darker Image #1. A rare book indeed, right? So got the Blood Wolf card in there. Rob Liefeld. Dakota North. Don't know anything about that, but it's a #1. Sea of Stars. Don't know anything about that. Obviously, these were all in the same pile because what Tacoma typically does, he'll have a whole bunch of stuff in one pile, and then I'll say, I like most of it. We'll take a chance on the rest. Tokyo Ghost #1. Is that a Japanimation deal? Justice #1. Yeah, New Universe. Yippee. Star Wars #50. I think I already have this one. I have to check that one out. Star Wars #1. Already have that one. This is number 2. I believe I have that one. If I don't, I have the 4th print only. What's going on, Magic Lasso up in the house? Where did all these books come from? Well, you're going to see books from all over the United States. Now, these particular ones came from Tacoma Comics, who was in Tacoma, Washington. In Chow Miller. So Star Wars number 4. Then we got number 5. I have these already. The Immortal Biggie Shack up in the house. Biggie! Whoop, 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 whoop. Biggie! Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. This is Tag and Bink number 2. For those of you who are not Star Wars fans, this is the first appearance of Darth Plagueis, which is Palpatine's Sith Master. And so the one who gave him the info on, if you remember from Revenge of the Sith, gave the info on how to become immortal. So this is from Shelby's Comics. And so Shelby's Comics typically sells on Metaphorical's channel. He's got his own little stickers, his own little box. Uptown. And so I had ordered several books. There was something, he said there was some kind of deal, reason why he was running slow on shipping them. And, hey, things happen. As long as, if you communicate it, it's no problem. So they say Vader Down. I don't remember buying this one. He said he threw something in with it. So this might be it. Vader Down, number 1, Northeast Comic Con edition. A little Star Wars heavy lot, don't we? Star Wars Agent of Empire, number 3 of 5. Number 2 of 5. Dark Horse did a lot of good Star Wars stuff. Number 1 of 5. And I think 5 of 5 is in here too. Yep. 5 of 5. Then we got Star Wars Jedi Academy Leviathan. Kevin Anderson writes this book, and he's the one, oh goodness, what book was it that Dune. He's writing the Dune comic. He also wrote the Jedi Academy books, which were some of the first books that they released after Return of the Jedi, detailing how Luke was building the Jedi Academy. Ah, yes, bless the comic reigns, that's for sure. So yeah, this is number 4. And I had picked some of these up in dollar bins years ago, but I never could find, I think it's 3 that I was missing, but he was selling all 4 of them. So 3, 2, this tells the stories of Kip Durin, which is one of the major Jedi of that era. And there's number 1. Then we got Star Wars River of Chaos, number 4. And number 3. Star Wars number 1, Earn the Admiration of the Galaxy. Nice little cover there. And Matt Kent writing that. 2, I think he said these were like ratio covers or special covers, that this was the regular type of way the cover looked. So he had 1 and 2 of the special ones. There's the regular one on 3, the regular one on 4, which is a Dodson cover, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see their signature, but that sure does look like them. And then they had the special cover on number 4 as well. Then the River of Chaos, number 1. Those are the other ones that are part of that miniseries. And number 2. And then Agents of the Empire, number 4 from that former run up there. So shout out to Shelby Comics, who got me my comics. And they came in one piece. So always good when we can get good shipping. Good shipping, people. It's important. So let's check out the chat. We got the Varangian Vigilante. What is going on here? All up in the house. So appreciate y'all joining me on a Friday afternoon. Hopefully somebody's got some comics on the mind and is going to be catching up on some good books, boarding and bagging, putting them in your CLZ app, all the things that we typically do. And this is coming from Gamersland, if I am not mistaken. Gamersland, go check him out. Him and MLB Comics, another channel that you can check out. Mr. Gorell, hello there. Hello there. Mr. Garrell, you did you just miss all that Star Wars goodness I was putting up a while ago, sir? I cannot believe it. Don't worry, it's for the PC, most of it, so don't think I'm going to try to sell you on it. Yeah, this is from Gamers Land. So he was selling some stuff on somebody's channel the other night. I'm trying to remember whose. Might have been Jay Blitz's channel. No, it was Barbarian Kung Fu's channel. That's what it was. J Hood Creative. What's going on? So he was selling some stuff. That was the night that they went to 6:30 the next morning. I didn't stay up that late, but they did. And so they were selling this stuff. So got Transformers the movie #1. You've got the touch. You got the power. Yeah, that's right. That's awesome. Hopefully I don't get a copyright infringement on that, because that sounded so much like it, right? Anyway, so yeah, this was #1. I have the other 2 out of the 3 miniseries, so that was good. I actually noticed this laying behind him. I said, hey, throw this in there with these other Transformers that I'm picking up. So I picked up Transformers Universe #1. So these universes are like the Marvel universe. So if you're not familiar with the characters as they're laid out in comics, before the Google came along, that's how we found out about all that stuff, right? It's a fantastic movie. I mean, I cried when Optimus died. So we got #2 and #3. I would do my Grimlock voice, but Grimlock's not on this cover. Grimlock! And #4. And I picked up these Tales of the Jedi. Here you go. Here you go. A little more Star Wars goodness. I told you it was kind of Star Wars heavy for some reason. Got on a Star Wars kick, didn't I? Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, The Freedom Nad Uprising, #1 and #2. Dave Dorman done some awesome covers back in the day for Dark Horse. And if you look, signed by Dave Dorman. Sounds like Yoda. Dave Dorman it is. Yes, he signed both of those, so pick those up. And a little more TMNT goodness with Savage Dragon #2, Savage Dragon versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm assuming this came out when Image actually had the printing rights or whatever to Turtles. Let's see what is going on here. I'd like you to please sing the theme song. Have you heard me do that before? Is that so random? You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. There's a time you gotta grow and show you grow, and now you know about the facts of life. The facts of life. When the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, and suddenly you're finding out the facts of life are all about you. How about that, Magic Lasso? It takes a lot to get it right when you're learning the facts of life. Gray Man said unsub. Hey, look, it's funny because that is, there's a lot of truth in that, right? So this is coming from Big Wheel Comics, and I mentioned some of these other channels, and certainly those channels that are in here watching, check them out too and sub them up if you have not already. What's going on, Geeky Guy Comics? What's going on? The reason why I say that is because, as you might already be aware, I am doing a 600 subscriber giveaway. And all you got to do to enter to win, one, you got to be 18 years or older and a subscriber to my channel. But go to a comic or pop channel that you're not already subscribed to. Go to any one of their videos, subscribe to their channel, and in any of those videos, put SCG sent me, the hashtag SCG sent me. Then come back to my channel, and on any one of my videos, in the comment section, say, hey, I subbed up to whoever, and you'll get a comment back from me saying that you're in. And when that time comes, if you've met their qualifications, you will be on the wheel, and we will spin it to win it for a New Mutants 98 9.4 CGC slab. So there you go. All right, so let's see what I got from Big Will. Got a little Savage Dragon action. Newsstand. I got the Prime Slime Tail. So this is from Mirage Studios. I guess it's okay if they make fun of their own stuff, right? You got this, look at this frog over here. It kind of reminds me of Battletoads. You all remember Battletoads? He's got a fro. He's got like a Weird Al Yankovic fro. And then, you know, her and her assets. And then you got this guy with a tomato can. And you got this guy looks like Alf, a green version of Alf, right? I'm scared. Okay. So, and he had a whole bunch of these sketch covers. And if one day we finally get to the point to where we can actually go back to Comic Cons on a large scale, plan to start using a lot of these. So we got Superman, Wonder Woman, #1, Mad Mike's Comics. What's going on? Faith, #1, Divinity 3, #1, little Valiant love there. Divinity #2. I think he sold me. Well, he knows I like to get the sketch covers done, but he also knows I like Valiant. So this is the Book of Death #1. The Wrath of the Eternal Warrior #1. And so he sold those to me on the cheap, and I was thankful for that. And so if you guys aren't aware of Whack Comics, that's another one that you can check out. Hey, she's from Mississippi. You know that, right? You know that, huh? So Whack Comics, I went on their channel and they were interviewing an artist who had drawn a cover, or among his other work, had drawn a cover for Department of Truth. I don't know if any of y'all are reading it. It's kind of out there, but #1 was interesting. 2 was kind of, yeah, we'll see how 3 goes. Just my personal opinion. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Whack Comics, that's one that you can go check out if you haven't already entered into my channel, or if you have, or my subscription giveaway. If you have, then that's still a good channel to go check out. They were interviewing this guy, and they were putting everybody that was in the chat on the wheel. And I had left, and Rob Worst reached out to me and said, dude, I think you just won. So I had to go back over there and put it on replay. And sure enough, I did. And so the guy's name is Sheldon Buchert from Shadow Puppet Studio. Oh, Whack Comics, what's going on? I don't know if you were just watching or the YouTube algorithm heard you and reached out to you in the ether. Yes. I was. So Sheldon just got his package in the mail today. Thank you for participating in Whack Comics interview and the draw for my cover art of Department of Truth #1. I have attached my contact information if you'd like to keep up to date with my work on future comic endeavors. Thank you so much. Exciting news in the months to come. So that was nice. And I gotten this post thing from Canada, and I wondered if it was kind of like a scam of sorts. And so I really didn't answer it. You know, I didn't even click on it. Said, well, if it comes, it comes. So yeah, this is it. Dope cover. And he went ahead and signed it again for me. So check that out. Come from Whack Comics interview that they had done. So I'm sure that one's probably in high demand. Or I had told somebody that I'd won it, and they said, tell me what you want for it. They were trying to buy it from me. I said, but I don't have one of his comics signed. So this would be a first for me. So yeah, guys. And it keeps on going. We've got from Michael Villarreal. I probably just butchered his name. He's part of the Kansas crew, as it were, from Burt Family Comics. He hangs out with them and Panda and all that. And I'd ordered some comics from him. And they took a little while getting here, I will say. But I did get them. So as long as they are in good shape, we will be copacetic. How about that? Yeah, you don't never know, Whack Comics, because if it was coming from Canada, shipping is like, oof. Not only shipping expensive, but shipping's crazy. So he was throwing up some books on Jay Blitz's channel one night, and they were these right here. So we got Batman: The Adventures Continue #2. This is the first print, first appearance of Sonny, I believe. I've got a second print of this, so it's nice that I got that. I don't actually remember getting that one, but okay. All right, so Batman 3 Jokers, book number 2. Nice cover. I already have it. Then the 3 Jokers, number 2. Already got that. Already got that. So you're saying, why are you buying it if you already had all this stuff? Well, that's because I'm getting to it. And that is these right here. So this is book number 2. This is the 1 in 25 ratio version. Makeup Girl needs to touch up SCG. All right, Gray Man. Next time you're in one of my live streams, I'm going to not let you win anything. But yeah, so then we got 1 in 25 ratio here again. Oh yeah, you've seen that one before. Oh yes, you've seen that one before. So these 1 in 25 ratios. That's why I wear a hat. Exactly. Look, only so many heads can be perfect, right? Huh? So yeah, so I've got 3 of these puppies. One's going in the PC and the other 2 are up for sale. And then check this out. Got the 1 in 100. That's right, the 1 in 100. So that one's going in the PC too. And with what I paid for the whole lot, I couldn't even have bought this one by itself, what comic shops typically sell them for. So that was definitely pretty cool. So glad I finally got those in. So let's see what else I got right here. Oh, yes. This is from Don't Forget About Us podcast. Don't you forget about me. Yeah, that song, every time I see his name, it comes into my mind. I'm like, dude, why'd you do this to me? I guess because he wants that little name recognition. I will say that he has helped the environment, but you know, they give these boxes away for free at the post office. You don't have to reuse them. Let's see, I did it one time too, but crawled off my head and down my back. Hey, look, the good thing is that I can sit on a toilet and I don't even get cold in the mornings. Man, I want to give Southern a hard time about books, but I already took all my Well, like I said, most of the Star Wars stuff was for the PC. Now, y'all, this, I know what's in here. This is some Batman goodness. So if you like some Batman goodies, you're going to like this stuff right here. So, nicely packed. Nicely packed. Ooh, man, I can reuse all that stuff. All right, what we got? What we got? All right, so we got Batman 315. This is an early appearance of the Kite Man, or Origin of Kite Man, maybe. So this was one of the 300 copies that I needed. This is, I'm going to show the big book last. So this is Batman 410. I already had this. This was just part of the lot. So I'm going to sell that. This is Batman 325. I just bought another copy of this. You got it from Boxed Heroes. But I just bought another copy of this myself, but this one looks a lot cleaner than the one I had, so I'm going to trade that one out and sell my old one. Batman 199. So check Batman out. Quick, let me have a copy of Batman Comics. It's a matter of life or death. Mine. It's too late, Batman. I've all sold out. So all these guys, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, the Flash, the Superman. So I guess nobody's buying them. What is this? What is this? So anyway, so yeah, very clean copy of Batman 199. Then I got Batman 222, The Beatles, the British invasion. Yes, the Beatles. It's even got a date stamp on it up here, some kind or another. But funny thing is, I just bought this same comic from him in another auction that he done. So it was funny because I'm like, I just bought one of these. But anyways, I got another one, so I'll sell it. It's no big deal. What's going on, Freaky? Hello. T-Pain, what's up? Gray Man eats British food every day. Takes a lot of freak out of super freak. This is the big book of that lot, or was the big book of that lot. Batman 232, the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. Yes, that's right. That's right. And so this was one of the ones on the want list for me. One of the bigger books on the want list. Man, this book can go pretty pricey with what I paid him the other night for all those books. You can buy this at a con by itself for that price. So basically, got the other ones for free, and like that 199 is super clean. It's like a 9.0 copy, and to be as old as it is, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. What's going on? Aggressively relaxing. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Very good, very good. Old school Batman. Yes, yes, yes. Send it to the Brit. Not after that bald guy remark, man. But anyways, so I also have a package from Comic Presser. Let's see, Comic_Presser. Burt Family Comics has a code where you can get free shipping by using that code with him. If you go, and usually this guy, he also runs sales. Like he'll so he was normally, his cleaning and pressing services are $10. He was doing a sale that if you prepay, it's like $7.50. So I went ahead and done that for some other books that I sent him, and he just got to CGC. These are from the books that that came back from CBCS. So what he did was he had some books of his own that he put in the CBCS. So all the CBS stuff went back to him because it was on his account anyway, as opposed to the CBC stuff I put on my account. Because with CBCS, you don't have to have the code. You don't have to be the one that actually submitted the book to have the grader's notes, and they don't charge you for them. So you can do a little scan thing, and you can get it. So I did that for CGC. It did not for CBCS. Now, he 10 or 11 books. Some went to CBCS, which I'll show you why in a minute, and some went to CGC. Show you the difference between the two. Notice I did not use CGC nor CBCS's pressing services, both of which suck. Like bad. William Smallwood, what's going on, sir? How are you? But so some went to so he sent some to CBCS and then some to CGC. The ones at CGC got there. They quickly assessed my Moon Knight first appearance, Werewolf 32, and Tomb of Dracula 10, Blade's first appearance. Quickly assessed them, slapped them, and got them to me, and I was super happy, even though the rest of them, including my TMNT1, among others, is still sitting there on their desk as of today. Now, but as you know, if you saw my rant video, they came back and the labels were switched. So, oh, great. Wow. So I've sent those books back, and they've received the mechanical error is what they call it. So my original set of books is there. The books that they actually graded and have come to me and I have since sent back are still sitting there. And the books that I sent for the Roy Thomas signing are now showing up there too. Thank you, CGC rather. However, CBCS, these books were sent. They got back to him and got to me. And I haven't got a book that I could actually keep from CGC yet. That shows you the difference in their turnaround times. Both pressing services, do not use them because I do have 2 books that are sitting at CBCS that they're saying I should get in March. I submitted them in July, by the way. So this is giant size X-Men. Look, I'm saving the heat for the last, right? Giant size X-Men #1, signed by Herb Trimpe, who was the original artist, I think co-creator of Wolverine. Really didn't have anything to do with the book, but I mean, I didn't get him to sign it because I'm more of a purist that way. I had bought this off Elite Comics. He was doing one of his Remedy tours. It was a 3.5 CGC gold label. They told me that the thing was cracked. The slab, that is, was cracked. But I'm looking at the book, I was like, dude, this book could stand a press and go all kinds of places. Sure enough, I was right, because as you might have heard or experienced, CBCS typically is a tougher grader. Okay, so I'm sending a book to CBCS and crossing my fingers that after the press that it was good enough that it made sense for me to crack it, pay somebody to press it, and pay somebody to regrade it, And it did, even though they're a tougher grader, 4.5, because I didn't want to send it to CGC because otherwise it'd be still sitting there. But other than that, I went to CBCS because I wanted the verified signature and the yellow label as opposed to the green one. So it says verified signature, whereas before it was actually witnessed. Yes, 4.5, giant size X-Men #1. CBCS, as the vigilante says, for the win. All right. Then we've got Archer and Armstrong #0, the gold edition. Now, Valiant had all these gold editions back in the day. So that's not rare. Even Turok 1 has a gold edition, okay? So the fact that it's a gold edition doesn't mean that it's rare. I bought this off of Elving Comics on his Instagram sale, and bloggity blog time. So yeah. I know, man. I know, it's killing me too. So the fact that it's that way is not the big thing, but he was selling it, and he is a big Valiant fan too. Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine. Man, you have missed an awful lot. We went down memory lane and all that kind of good stuff, and I sung some Facts of Life and all that kind of great stuff. Anyway, showed some giant size X-Men. But this, you notice, is a yellow label. Well, the reason why it is a yellow label, because it is signed not once, but twice. And it's signed by Bob Layton. Sure enough, that's a good signature to have. But an even rarer signature is from Mr. Barry Windsor Smith. And so check that out right there. There they are, 1 and 2. And so Barry Windsor Smith is definitely a hard signature to get a hold of. I don't think he's doing any cons or whatever. But yeah, so Barry Windsor Smith did the early Archer and Armstrong work, did a lot of the Solar and a lot of the other Valiant stuff back then. Of course, he's also well known for his Conan, early Conan that he had, as well as his Wolverine Weapon X from Marvel Comics Presents from back in the early 90s. Herminio Reyes Jr. Hello. But yeah, so Barry Windsor Smith signature for the win. That's definitely the reason why I purchased that. Giving all these shout outs, not even charging them for it. So then we also got Batman 635. For anybody that's a Batman fan, you might recognize that issue as being the first appearance of Jason Todd as the Red Hood. Now, again, I actually sent in 2 of these, one to CGC. They still have it, by the way, and one to CBCS. Obviously, I have the one from CBCS, not the one from CGC. And you ask yourself, well, why did you send one to one and one to the other? Here's the reason why. You notice that gold label right there. So I bought this book from Cat360, who sells on Metaphorical Channel. He sells on some other channels too, I think. But he had gotten this from Comic Vantage. And so it is signed and remarked by Matt Wagner. I am not typically a fan of remarks because I feel like they take away from the book itself. But in this case, it was really well placed. So if you notice, it says verified signature, which is how they do since they didn't look at it, but they verify the signature and sketch on cover. Notice that they didn't verify who did the sketch on the cover because how can they know, right? But they did verify this, and so then one can assume that obviously this little sketch, notice the little Batman down here, and then of course Matt Wagner's signature really well placed right there. So yeah, I thought it blended in really well. If you're looking for it, you see it. If you don't, you won't. This one got some much needed love, and it bumped up to a 9.0. I was thinking it was like an 8 when I got it, so definitely pleased about that. And it's got white pages. So Gamma Comics and Collectibles, I think is what he goes by. But he's got 100 million of these things, and I thought I'd never get a hold of one. And I actually got a hold of the one I sent to CGC. I bought it in Memphis at 901 Comics. And it was super, super clean. Especially after the press got a hold of it, made it even cleaner. And then like week or 2 weeks later, Cat offers this one up and ended up getting. And I said, well, I ended up getting that. There wasn't much. I'm just not a personal fan. Some people like them. I mean, I've seen some that are like just so overwhelming that, basically they cover that up. And to me, I just don't like it. Some people do. Yes, you have it. He was a horrible Robin, but definitely a great addition to the Batman mythos. Love me some Red Hood. He had a good first name, so it probably had something to do with it. What's going on, Ruben Guzman? How are you? Cowabunga. And Hermenio Reyes says, sexy Batman. Yes. So that is definitely nice to get in the PC. So yes, CGC, this video goes out to you because you suck. And you might ask, well, and I can't really say anything ultimately because, I'm the one that signed up for the trip, right? They don't make me send anything to them, but it's only out of necessity. That Roy Thomas signing, Roy Thomas is 81 years old. Am I really going to get another shot at getting him at a con where I can get him to do what he's doing there? CBCS does not have magazine-sized stuff yet. That would be another reason I would send it to CGC. What's going on, TK? Man, you must have heard the Batman and you jumped up in the house, brother. What is going on? Zap Comics, what is going on? How are you? Yeah, TK heard the Batmans. He heard the Batmans. Oh, so much little Batman love up in the house. We had a little Star Wars action going on. We had a little TMNT. We just went across the gamut here, people. And yes, it was good. But I don't have all the books. I just have most of the books that I want. Right? So yes, definitely a good haul. And if you haven't already checked out my videos that I released earlier today as well as yesterday, check out the ones that I picked up on the way to Louisiana. I did not show off my Man-Thing. I typically leave the showing off of Man-Things to Barbarian because you seem to be a pro at it, especially the giant-sized Man-Things. What was the TMNT? Oh, dude, there's so much stuff down buried deep in here. I got the martial arts training comics that they did back in the late 80s. They did one for each one. I got Donatello's one, and then also got the TMNT #1 Loot Crate exclusive to add to my TMNT homages. So when CGC finally gets around to grading my TMNT, and they're going to watch this video and they're going to say, screw him, your TMNT's 0.5 or something. And I'm going to go down to Florida and I'm going to go medieval. I'm going to go crazy up in there. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pulling up CGC to see how things are looking, to see if they've done anything else. So they actually moved 2 of my books. I have a Strike Force #1, which is the negative space variant for Spider-Woman, and Transformers #1. I can't remember if it's a newsstand or not, but they have finally moved it to grading and quality control, which means the next step is to be finalized, imaged, and shipped. I've got my TMNT #4 first print and my TMNT #1 first print scheduled for grading. And then I have my first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face and my other Batman 635 sitting there still saying received, nothing else. According to them, when I call, oh, they're ready to be graded. That's not what your website says. What's going on? Howdy. How are you? Me and 2 brothers sent off a lot of TMNT. Won't get those back to maybe into January. So did you fast track those? Who dat? I did not fast track them because it seemed to me like the fast track wasn't going really all that fast. Just purchased TMNT Adventures #2 and 3 newsstand. Nice. Look, I I hate it, but sometimes you pass up on deals and you just go stupid, stupid, stupid. Because they had Second and Charles. I thought it was the one in Shreveport, but either it wasn't or they've already been sold. But they were $10 a piece, and I didn't want to go. I don't want to say they were all newsstands, but I do think that at least some of them were. But they had all 4 of them. They were singly priced. Camp Fast Track magazines. Okay. But yeah, so they were $10 each, and I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? I was buying so much stuff, and I'm like, I like the TMNT Mirage stuff in particular, the gritty, more gritty stuff that Eastman and Laird did early on. Of course, I like the cartoon back in the day. Did you try to buy more of his Star Wars? Star Wars, Barbarian. Get it right. There's a difference, okay? There's a difference. But there was quite a bit of Star Wars there, but most of these are for my PC and therefore not for sale, unfortunately. I guess not anymore, right? I know, right? Sometimes you look out. Hey, yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. I agree on the Mirage TMNT, but yeah, right, that's right. Now I'm going to have that finished. I can focus on number 1 through 10 of the Mirage. Well, you definitely are setting high expectations and goals for yourself. I have been noticing a lot of those popping up, but I think it might be like cars. When you buy one, you all of a sudden notice that everybody else has one like you, whereas before you thought you were the only person in town. I think that's kind of like that with the TMNT. Yeah. So I have, talking about that to Vincent McLean's comment about the early TMNT. I know that Houdat has a 7 and another issue that he was trying to sell the other night. Certainly feel free, Houdat, to try or chime in if you still have it, or if you're interested in it, or if you are, Vincent, reach out to him. I picked up issue number 15 of volume 4 when I picked up some of my volume 1 runs. But if I just want to go sequential numbers, I only need 62 to complete my set. I'm going to go at least outside of number 1, going to go for the reprints. But we'll see how that goes. Don't have much Star Wars, but picked up the omnibus early this year. So did you pick up the Marvel omnibus from back in the day, the Howard Chaykin and Roy Thomas stuff? Talking about Roy Thomas earlier and sending off that stuff to CGC, I almost did uncrack my Star Wars 1 and sent it, but I decided not to. Volume 1, I have 7. Oh, you have 7 already. Okay, 22 and 62. Excuse me? You have a 62. And you just told me that after I told you I needed a 62. Okay. Anyway, cool. Yeah, and the thing with the TMNT stuff versus when I was putting my Uncanny X-Men runs together, that I'm buying it exclusively organically, random off of YouTube auctions or Instagram sales, or in person at shops that I go to, as opposed to before with my Uncanny X-Men. I got most of those in person, but a lot of that I got maybe as a block of books, like 150 to 170, whatever. I got those from eBay auctions, and it just takes some of the fun out of it. So I can go on eBay and get a so I can go on eBay. They got 62s on eBay, and they're not too terribly high priced. I could go on there and finish it up, but it's kind of no fun. Yes, the Marvel one back in the day. Yes, good stuff. I'm soft collecting the floppies on that. So if it wouldn't be too expensive to send stuff from Europe, I would have totally got an ARAC book signed. Dude, you know how many ARAC books I got that I've been trying to sell? Do you collect the floppies on ARAC? Hit me up on IG when you get a chance. If you collect the floppies on ARAC, I'll send you some. I don't want to send you something you already got, but I mean, if you don't have them, then I certainly am willing to do that for you. So yeah, so that's all I got, folks. I will be dropping another video of a mystery box that I got from Yeah Man I Got Comics. If you haven't seen the last one I got from him, which was really good, go check that video out. I'm hoping that this one is better, even maybe. Hopefully, he didn't set the bar too high for himself. And that's what I got. I do appreciate everybody for taking the time. Oh, you have the full run. Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. Do appreciate everybody taking the time to stop by. Hopefully you already smashed the like button, but if you haven't, go ahead and do that now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and the bell notification so that when random videos like this drop, you can make the conscientious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or watch it later. But in either case, you'll be informed, right? It's important to be informed. Important. Okay. Now, as you all know, and from other videos, and I mentioned it earlier, my 600 subscriber giveaway. So I'm giving away a New Mutants 98 first Deadpool 9.4 CGC slab, giving it away with a Deadpool pop. The only thing you have to do to enter to win, be a subscriber to the channel, be 18 years or older, go to a new to you YouTube or pop related channel, subscribe to them in any one of their videos, put the hashtag that SCG sent me, come back to any one of my videos and put in the comments of it that I subscribe to whoever's channel, and then you'll get a comment back from me that you're in, and that's all you have to do. And then once we get to the 600 subscriber mark, I'll announce a deal a couple days in advance so that you'll have time to put it on your calendar, and I'll probably give away some other stuff while I am giving that away. But we will spin the wheel, and whoever's name comes up, then that's who will get it. And I already know what I'm going to be giving away for my 700 subscriber mark. So stay tuned for that. I will be announcing that on that giveaway for the 600 subscriber. It's even bigger. It's even huger. So, it's kind of hard when you step up to Deadpool's first appearance, but this is a first appearance of some other people, and definitely a book to have. So thank you again for watching. If you watch this live or on the rewind, either way, you're appreciated. But in either case, I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy out there. And until next time, keep reading and keep collecting.